Hey guys, it's me, Nathan, and before we get started with this episode of the Nathan Markley Show, I just want to say thank you all for listening and supporting the Nathan Markley Show. If you want to support the Nathan Markley Show more than just listening and sharing it with your friends and family, head on over to patreon.com/the Nathan Markley Show. Patreon is a platform where you can pretty much donate money to the Nathan Markley Show, and each you can start by $2 a month, which is the lowest you can go, and which is pretty much the price of a good cup of coffee. So if you can live a day without a cup of coffee, or instead of buying 2 cups of coffee, just buy 1 cup of coffee one day and donate the $2 to the Nathan Markley Show, and that money will help grow the Nathan Markley Show, and that we can do more fun stuff on the show, and we can grow it even bigger. And each level, there's different levels depending on how much you donate monthly. You get some pretty cool perks. So head on over to patreon.com/the Nathan Markley Show to see what the perks are, and if you donate, how much you can donate each month and what you get depending on what you donate. So thank you again for listening, and I hope to see you over on Patreon.
Hello and welcome to the Nathan Markley Show. And now your host, Nathan Markley.
Well, hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Nathan Markley Show. So this is episode 44, and if you follow me on Facebook, you know that I tried to do a Facebook live stream, but the audio and the video sync didn't really work out. So I'm redoing it. I'm just doing audio. As I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I think it was last week, I said I was going to talk about how to use Evernote as a college student because it's back to school week. Many colleges are starting up again. A lot of schools are back in session now. As of like mine, as you know, I go to Roger Williams University and study in cybersecurity networking, and I figured, what the hell? Since I'm an Evernote community leader, there'd be a cool episode to talk about Evernote and how I use Evernote in school, how I take notes, what I do, how I divide it in notebooks, the cool features in Evernote. And also, I just don't use Evernote for school. I use it to organize my whole life. And that's kind of what I want to get out of this episode for you guys, is to show you that Evernote is not just a note-taking app. It's more of a document management solution, because not only can you take notes, but you can input audio. You can record audio directly in Evernote using your Evernote app. You can input PDFs, Word documents. You can link Google Drive files to it. You can link movie files to it. You can store all your files in Evernote. And a lot of businesses are switching to Evernote as they see the more and more uses they can use, and to help simplify proactivity, and a lot of onboarding, like HR uses it, and it's just an awesome app. It's an awesome software, and start with free version, the basic, which I'll tell you a little bit how you can try Evernote if you haven't already, using my link, and also how you can get 50% off. I think it's like $35 a year for 1 year on Evernote for students. All right. So pretty much, Evernote, as I said, is not only just a document app, a note-taking app. It's a document management system. I call it how I see Evernote, and you can use it to organize your life, go paperless. There's a lot of people on there saying how you can use it to go paperless. It is pretty. It's pretty cool. It really is. And one of the cool thing about it is, I don't like that. Hold on. I'm using GarageBand here. All right, so, you know what? So I'm explaining. I'm just going to go right into it. Sorry for the no visual. I tried it, but I'm still trying to walk around how I'm going to show this, how to do a video for the Nathan Markley show. And I really like audio. But anyways, all right. Evernote. So to get Evernote, the very first thing like I recommend you do um, is go to my link. I'll leave a link in the show notes, and you can try Evernote for free. Evernote is free, and the link, if you click on the link, now, disclaimer, I am an Evernote community leader. However, Evernote does not pay me for me getting people to use Evernote. The link is trackable. The link just shows Evernote that I get people to sign up for Evernote. And to sign up for Evernote for the basic version right now, and if you like Evernote, go to evernote.com/students and sign in with your newly created Evernote account so you can get Evernote for half off for students. 50% off. I mean, that's like the full Evernote premium. Everything I have, I'm going to talk about that you can do. You can get if you're a student. But first, I recommend you clicking on the link in the show notes to get Evernote, to sign up for Evernote for the basic plan. Try it out. And once you like it, if you feel like you want to get Evernote Premium, or this is something you really could use, or that you're going to use, get Evernote Student. Well, not Evernote Premium for 50% off for the students, as I say. All right. So Evernote, everything is broken down into notebooks, right? As you know, it started out as a note-taking app. So everything's broken down in the notebooks, and each notebook can have different notes in it. So think of a notebook, and you have pages in the notebook, right? So each note is a page inside a notebook. But one of the things you can do is you can combine these notebooks into stacks. So, for instance, I have for this upcoming fall semester, I have 3 notebooks for my classes. I have Digital Forensics 1, then Excel, and Math. Right, and I combined it all into a stack called 2017 Fall Term. And this helps me organize it more, so I don't. On the left side pane, I don't have a bunch of notebooks. I can collapse the stacks. So I like to think of stacks as buckets. So I have a bucket for each term or each different things. So like I with Evernote, you get an email address for the Plus and Premium plan, and you can send your emails to Evernote to help you organize. So I have a notebook called Confirmations and Receipts. And any receipt or confirmations that get emailed to me, I forward it onto Evernote with this special Evernote email address that you get. And to get that, you have to be the Plus and Premium. One of the advantages of the Premium plan. And you go into your Evernote account dashboard, and the email just be right there. I also signed up to try it out, which is pretty cool. I have 2 email newsletters I get. Instead of using my email address, I just input my Evernote email address, and now those newsletters go directly to Evernote, and I can see them right in Evernote. I read them right in Evernote. However, I have 3 actually. I just realized I have 3 because I have a notebook called Inbox. So any notes I either send from my email, or they have this Evernote web clipper that you can clip articles from the web or screenshots from the web. It goes into Evernote, and the default the default notebook you have will go in there. So I call it Inbox, and then from Evernote I move it to the notebook I want to. Of course, if you do send an email, you can send in the subject line of the email, when you forward an email to your Evernote address, in the subject you can do the @ symbol and the notebook name. So it'll be confirmation receipts, or at email newsletters, or at digital forensics one. And then if you use a hashtag symbol, the number sign after the notebook name, you can tag each note. And that's really something I want to talk about later a bit, is tags in Evernote. Because tagging things in Evernote is going to help you tremendously. Tagging is like categorizing each note. All right, so I have my default notebook inbox that all my notes go into, and then I move it over, right? I also have stacks of buckets that each note is under for school, and of course I have others for work and the podcast and all this other stuff I do. You can also collaborate with people in Evernote via sharing the your Evernote note, particular note, or a whole notebook with people just by hitting the share button and enter the email address, and then you're the other person. So you have a group project in school and class, you can use Evernote to take all your notes or collaborate in your the project. You can actually do a whole presentation. Like, instead of using PowerPoint, use Evernote to do the presentation. Because one of the cool things in the note is you can present the notes. There's actually a presentation button on Evernote that it shows your notes in a full screen presentation mode, so you don't have all this other stuff around your notebook, Evernote. So it gives a really great presentation mode, and once you present it, it like makes the note really, really nice. It's just like a presentation, and collaborate with people in the classes. It's pretty cool. I mentioned that you can store PDFs and raw documents in Evernote, and how to do that is you just attach it just like a regular attachment. You can, drag and drop the PDF into a note in Evernote, or there's a paper clip, that attachment thing that you can that the paper to attach files that you can select and choose the attachment you want. So it can be PDFs, Word documents, movie files, audio files, and whatever else Evernote can attach into it, so you can store everything in there. So like what I do in school the very first day is, when the teacher emails me my syllabus, I attach that into Evernote notebook for that notebook for the class, and that'll be my first notebook as a syllabus. And then I can go in and I can anti-note this note. Pretty much I can mock up the PDF, and I can put checkbox, I can draw on it or write on it. I can put stickers, they call them stickers, so like a sticker with a checkbox on the PDF. And this way it makes the note interactive. What else? Oh, so back to the tags. Tagging a note is pretty cool because you kind of like categorize everything, and so you want to tag the notes as what the note is. So if it's a meeting note, if it's a school note, or a particular subject, or whatever you think the tag should be, you can really easily tag it by click add tags on the top of the note. And then when you go use the sorts bar in Evernote, you can sort by tags or keyword, right, or date or place, right? And when you sort by a tag, it'll get pull up all the notes by that tag, and you can see it easily. So the sorts is really something powerful. The Evernote sorts is powerful, and if you use tags, it'll just make it even much more better for you. So be sure you tag your notes in Evernote, and because it pulls all that up. Also, with Evernote sorts, and not just sorts the notes, it sorts the stuff inside the notes. Like, it will also sort keywords in the PDF. So if I have a PDF of my syllabus in Evernote, and I go to Evernote sorts on the top, the sorts bar in the application, it will actually just pull up stuff that it would look in the PDF. So it was so pull up all the PDFs that have that particular keyword. So if I'm searching for contact information for my professor, it'll pull up all the contact all the PDFs that have the word contact information for that. So that is pretty cool. That it sources within PDFs. So that's really good OCR. That's one of the things I love about Evernote is the tagging and the search engine on Evernote is just amazing. Now the other thing I do for lectures, in-person lectures, when I'm not taking an online course, is I make it so. All right, so I don't make it, but I use the Evernote app on my phone. There's an iOS and Android app, and I just open up the Evernote app, and I select Audio Note. And right there, it just automatically starts a recording of the lecture once I hit Audio Note, and it will automatically record. So this way, I'm recording the lecture, and at the same time, I'm using my laptop to take notes. And then after the class, but either that day or the next day, I go back and I either merge the two notes together or I just link the notes together so I can listen to the lecture again, and I can, if I miss something taking notes, I can add it. I can listen and add it to the notes, and it's just another way for me to help me learn better in class. So you can use Evernote to record stuff, and that's like an audio note. You can also take pictures of stuff. So maybe you take a picture of using the Evernote app of the whiteboard or the blackboard in class, because if they draw a diagram, take a picture of that, input it in Evernote, and then insert it into the note, your class notes after the fact. So you have that draw a diagram of the whiteboard. You can. One of the things I use is I scan in all my business cards via the Evernote app, and the Evernote app will detect the business cards automatically, and it will make it kind of like a contact fields filled in. And since I have my Evernote linked to my LinkedIn account, it will match it to LinkedIn, so it will find the person that I just scanned in the business card. If they're on LinkedIn, it will show me their LinkedIn profile for better connection. So that's pretty cool. So all my business cards is in Evernote. Like I said, there's a lot you can do in Evernote. It's a really great organization tool. Like just inputting everything from your confirmations, which I'm right now looking in. I have to add some more confirmations or receipts that I haven't added lately, because I know there's more. And it's just awesome. You can make a list in Evernote. So there's actually check boxes. So if you have a to-do list, right? So maybe in class, there's projects and stuff you have to get done for that class, for the next class. In that class, you can make like a checklist and you just check it off. Also, in the Evernote, the note itself, there's a way, where was it? You can set a reminder. And Evernote will email you or push a notification to the app reminding you have to get something done. So you can use Evernote to remind yourself. I use that a lot too, to remind myself. I set a reminder by a particular date and time, and go from there. And it would just send me an email when it's the reminder, and it helps me get things done. All right, I'm just looking at Evernote right now and see what else. As I said, you can use Evernote for school. Not school, for business. And you can, it's called Walk Chat. So pretty much Walk Chat is if you're chatting, if you and a classmate working a project, or you and a co-worker, you can chat within Evernote if you share that note with them. And then they also have ways that you can post an Evernote to like a public link. So if you want to make this note that you have public, and it pretty much makes your note like a web page, and you can share it with Facebook and Twitter or email it to people so they can look at the note too. And if they have Evernote, they can add that note that you have to their own Evernote. So it's really nice for like a lot of people use it if they're making like a training curriculum, or they just want to share notes to the public, and if they update it once in a while. So with that, Evernote is like, again, a really nice tool to use for school, and to recap how I use it, for lectures I use Evernote to record it. Then I take notes alongside recording it. So I use my phone and laptop, and then after the class, I just merge the two notes, link them together, and I fix it up. I can take pictures of the blackboard or the whiteboard. If there's a handout the teacher gave me, I take a picture of it. I like to call Evernote calls it scan them in using the Evernote app, the camera on your phone, and it actually detects the size of the paper. Also, there's an actual notebook called Moleskin, and I don't really see the point of it because I haven't really used it a lot. But supposedly it's a better way to take notes and collaborate with Evernote with using it. I don't know. If any of you use Moleskin notebook, let me know if you like it or not. To me, I just use a regular notebook, or if I need to write something down, and then take a picture of it. They have, I don't know if Evernote still does this, but they had something with Post-its. So you have a Post-it, and if you have different colors Post-its, you can categorize it a different way. I haven't seen too much about it, but I know you can do that. And the camera, the Evernote app, like, auto detects the size of it, and it does some pretty cool stuff, and it scan it in. And it's a really nice way to go completely green and paperless, and just use Evernote for everything. And using it for school is the first step to get used to it. And I recommend all students to try Evernote at least first, using Evernote Basic plan. And then if you like it and want the premium, get 50% off right now for a full year. And yeah, it's just amazing. It doesn't say on the website when this deal is going to go away, but I will hurry up and get it if you want the Evernote Premium. But I recommend first trying it. Again, use my link in the show notes to get Evernote free. Evernote's already free, but if you use my link, I get credit for Evernote sees that I refer when people use Evernote, and it helps me and Evernote out. Unfortunately, I don't get paid. Evernote doesn't pay me, but they should. Yeah. Let's see. Like I said, so if you use Google Docs, you can link Google Docs. So if there's a Google Doc, like a Google Doc, a Google Slide, a Google Sheet, you can link it to your Google account and link the note inside. No, link the Google Doc inside the Evernote note, and you pretty much you can use the Google Docs inside Evernote. So that's pretty cool that Evernote incorporate Google with it. Unfortunately, there's no really way to use Dropbox. The only way you can link Dropbox if you make a Dropbox file shareable. So if you have a file in Dropbox, you have to share the Dropbox file and then copy that link, the share link, and input it to your Evernote. But I don't know. I mean, I've started using Evernote to write all my documents and letters and resource papers right in there, and I just format it after if I need to. Should I show you this? I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, again, you can access Evernote from anywhere, from your laptop, your desktop, your mobile phone. It syncs all in one because it's all in the Evernote's cloud systems. It saves it. You have to log in, so it's definitely secure. And so it's synced, and you can get access like that. And you can also mark Evernote for offline too. And if you don't have internet connection, if you create a new note in Evernote app with a desktop or your phone, once you connect to the internet, it will automatically sync to it. And yeah, I mean, the sorts feature, you can sort text inside the Office documents and PDFs. That's just amazing. And if if you have an image in Evernote and there's text on the image, it even sorts that too. So finding things in Evernote, it's faster. But the tagging system in it, make sure you tag your notes. Yeah, I think let's see, the basic plan, you get how many gigs? You get, let's see if we can pull that up. How many gigs? You get 16 megabytes of new uploads per month. The Evernote Premium, we get 10 gigs. Evernote. The Premium, like I said, you can email stuff to it. Just the fact that you can email stuff into Evernote is pretty cool. And I like the feature that you can present Evernote notes. Like I said, Evernote added a presenter button that makes the note and Evernote full screen and easy to present. So I can make presentations right in Evernote. I could use, like I said, Evernote to me is a document management system. Like everything you could do in Microsoft Word and PowerPoint, I pretty much can do in Evernote. I don't really think I can. I don't need that unless you want like a particular formatting and stuff, But yeah, it's definitely a good way to organize your life and start taking notes and clearing your inbox and make sure you have important emails saved into it. All right, so I am going to try and play this video that Evernote has on the website. It's about how students use Evernote. So bear with me for a second while I figure out the best way of doing this.
College is very different from high school. From the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, something's always happening, and I really need something to organize my thoughts.
So you have all these disparate sources of information, handwritten notebooks, and a binder or two to keep all of the papers and handouts. And, you also have to listen to what the professor says.
There was going to be a point when I knew that I had written something down, but I didn't know where it was.
Now that I have Evernote, all of my notes, they're all in one place and super easy to access on my phone or on my computer.
You put your document down on the table, lift up your phone, and it takes a picture of the document.
By the time you leave class, there's just crazy pictures and diagrams. So I end up taking pictures and adding those to the bottom of my notes.
I'll just have the PDFs available online and annotate some notes directly in Evernote on the side of that.
I use the Evernote app on field trips to take pictures, to record audio, and I'll put my phone beside me on recording mode. And then I consolidate it on the lecture notes.
One of the assignments was to share our lecture notes to the whole class. We just took our compiled notes from Evernote and we just kind of shared it on presentation mode and the whole class could see it.
I can tag the note with organizational change. I was able to just call up every instance, which threw everything together immediately.
Evernote makes succeeding in class a lot less stressful and a lot less overwhelming.
It gives me a sense of relief.
Really enables me to make the most of my education.
So yeah, that's little video from the Evernote made. I'll leave the link to that video for you guys to watch it. So I think that's it for this episode of the Nathan Markley Show. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and this little description tutorial, audio tutorial of Evernote helps you guys want to go look into Evernote more, start using it and trying it out for your classes or your day-to-day life, I should say. Don't forget to, if you want to try Evernote, use the link below, my special link in the show notes, and try it out. I'll leave a link to the Evernote students page so you get 50% off after you sign up for Evernote Basic. That's the best way to do it. Like this way I get credit. So I help you to help me to help you kind of thing. I think that's what it is. Yeah. All right, guys. So that would do it for this episode of the Nathan Markley Show. Thank you all for listening. You can listen to the Nathan Markley Show on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, the RSS feed on the website, or you can listen on the website, or you can also listen to it on Facebook and Twitter. There's a link. Every time we release a new episode, we share it on Facebook and Twitter. So be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook.com/The Nathan Markley Show, and Twitter is @Markley Show. Also, if you want to get in contact with me, go to the NathanMarkleyShow.com website and click on the contact link. Gives you a page and contact form. So you can contact me there. And for everything we talked about during today's episode of the Nathan Markley Show, a link to the show notes, which is a wiki, now will be below in the description. So be sure to check that out. And you can see all the other show notes and see how you can support the podcast or listen to it and everything else I talked about. Yeah. So I guess till next week, peace, good night, and don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye, guys.
You have been listening to The Nathan Markley Show.